So when it comes to projects, there's a lot of selections for batteries, like in front of me. So in today, we'll discover the types that I have and their benefits, their disadvantage, and whether you should use it in the project. So let's get started. So battery technology has evolved a lot. So essentially battery is the storage of electrons. Now when you connect a plus to minus, the electrons will flow. And flowing electrons is the definition of electricity. There are many types of batteries. So we have the nickel metal hydride, we have the alkaline, we have the lithium, and the big fat car battery, or lead acid. So we'll start with the first one, the nickel metal hydride. This battery type has been on the face of this planet for a long while. So this is your common AA battery. It has around 2 amps of juice and 1.5 volts. When battery first started, the nickel metal hydride was very common. Well, you can't find it nowadays because there's some other batteries that is taking over now called alkaline. Now alkaline holds a lot of juice and is also very compact. So this tiny package has 9 volts of power. Very compact. Yet it packs maybe 10 times more juice than this battery. So this is how I would like to classify the batteries. You have your household batteries that you would find in remotes, in Nerf guns, in toys. So we have the alkaline and nickel metal hydride. And we also have other batteries for more, well, let's say purposeful projects or for more specific tasks. We have this is a lithium battery. Now there are many types of lithium batteries that we'll get to. And we have your good old car battery that is very heavy, but it packs a ton of juice. We have the lithium batteries. So we'll talk about 2 specific models, which is lithium ion and lithium polymer. So lithium ion has been around in smartphones for a long time, and so do lithium polymer. So phone manufacturers usually choose between lithium polymer and lithium ion. Now if we're talking about battery weight to the amount of energy, well, lithium polymer wins. But if you're talking about size to energy, lithium ion wins. So that means if your project needs to save in size, well, lithium ions would be better. But if you want to save in weight, well, lithium polymer. But they're relatively dense in energy, and well, they're much better than one of these boys. And there are actually new technologies about to come in lithium batteries, like the lithium metal, which will be much more efficient. And there are solid state batteries that will try to take over the lithium. We also have LiFePO4, which is lithium iron phosphate. And that is very similar to the lithium ion. Yeah, it's better in the extreme cold and heat. So I'll talk about your old household batteries. So they're pretty cheap to find and they're readily available in many stores. Now, they are actually starting to age because they've been here around for quite some time and they're about to get faded away. But it's cool to talk about them. So, well, you can find them in AA's, AAA's, quad A's, even like D, C, and you get what I mean. So that brings us on to the lead acid batteries. Now lead acid batteries have 2 main types. They are the flooded, which has water in them and they need to be refilled with distilled water regularly. And there's also the sealed batteries. This one is a sealed battery. so there are no ports to add water in. Now sealed batteries have two types. They are the AMG and gel. Deep cycle is it's like an upgrade for them. That means they can tolerate from 100% to 0% of charge. Fine, because if you didn't know, your phone will work best when cycling from 20% to 80%. Now for lead acid batteries, as we can see, they are very heavy because they contain water in them. Well, a lot of water. And they also have lead, which is obviously a very dense material. And if we're talking about the flooded type, they contain sulfuric acid, which is a very acidic.
Dangerous.
So you shouldn't actually mess inside the lead acid because there's a lot of toxic stuff, and you can get yourself into big trouble. So currently flooded batteries are the standard in solar farms because they are cheap and they can be scaled up to big sizes. There are new technologies that's about to replace them, like the liquid metal battery, which is more efficient and cheaper, which is good for the consumer because we get cheaper stuff, which is better. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? Oh, and also that flooded batteries should not be operated upside down because that will affect the battery quality and their output. But sealed batteries are fine. You can do whatever you want. Pretty sure it's not gonna explode. So that means sealed batteries have less maintenance. But usually they come in smaller sizes. Like if you go look in your car, it's like 200 amps or something crazy like that. And they can tolerate like a peak amperage for starting your car. A quick summary. So AMG batteries is absorbent glass mat. So the electrolyte is suspended in thin fiberglass sheets that is situated between lead panels. This allows the batteries to be resistant to vibration, which makes them a great choice for cars and other mobile applications like boats, electric airplanes. AMG batteries are more expensive than the flooded, and they last less time, so they need to be replaced much more. But you basically don't have to maintain it at all for the lifetime of the battery. Yeah, and as I said, these are sealed batteries. That means they can be mounted sideways, which is perfect in vehicles that have tight spaces. The next type is gel. Now instead of those fiberglass sheets, gel uses thick plates. So the main difference between gel and AMG is their charging rate. So AMG can handle faster charge and discharge rate than the gel batteries. So gel batteries are perfect for projects that contain slow discharge, like maybe a constant motor running. So it doesn't work great in peaks. The AMG would be better in that application. But say you're constantly running a water pump. So that's a quick overview of these batteries. So now let me answer the final question. What should you use it on? First, let's start with your old house batteries. Now they are starting to fade away and they're a bit less common now, but you would still need to restock them for your remotes, for your TV, for your aircon, even for your flashlight. So, well, if you have a lot of house appliances, I recommend getting the version that is rechargeable because you don't have to buy new ones every time, but they contain less juice, so they need to be charged more often. So the next type is lithium. Now lithium is it's very lightweight for the capacity. Now we said earlier that LiPo is more weight savings and lithium ion is more space savings. So that would be perfect for mobile applications, for let's say you're making a toy car or even making a display for your computer. So the last one is the lead acid battery. So they are good for applications that are more heavy, that doesn't need to be moved because they are very heavy, but they are also very cheap for their energy. So let's talk about the disadvantages of them. Well, the alkaline battery is not rechargeable. You need to buy them every time, which is not great for this century, and they will become more expensive. The lithium batteries, the LiPo and the lithium ion, well, they have disadvantages like they are a bit more fire hazards than the other types because they have high energy and they are very prone to stabbing. So don't keep a knife close to your batteries. The last one, the lead acid batteries, you already know, I said it many times, it's heavy and it's not very mobile. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye!